What's up, guys? It is your girl Queen Versachi and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be discussing the Doja Cat situation, which we're going to be covering three things because I wanted to wait and feel the situation out until the most information had come out. I wanted to just wait till I had more information. So when she had responded, because what we're going to be covering is first the incident, so the racist incident, and then, or the group of incidents actually, and then the post apology that she put on her Instagram and turned off the comments, and then the live stream, which she did this morning at 1 a.m. I was literally about to go to bed, turn off my phone, and then I just see Doja Cat is live. So then I just went to it and she's like, make sure you guys record this. So I recorded it, you already know. So before I get into that, just make sure that you hit the subscribe button down below and thumbs up this video and turn my post notifications on because I'm back and I'm better. I just needed a bit of a break. But yeah, I'm back. Before even Doja Cat, have you guys noticed that it's just become such a trend to just log on to social media and just be seeing people dragging black people, especially black women? But it's become such a trend as of late to just be dragging black people for the sole reason of being black. You go on TikTok, racist TikToks go viral. These are pushed in black people's For You page. This is what TikTok says is for you. So they want you to see that you are garbage. Nobody likes you. You're ugly. That's what they do. So those racist TikToks get shared, get posted, get blown up and whatever. I mean, those people sometimes get their lives ruined, but you already see it. And this is what people want to say. And it's just, people are just becoming bold since they're in their home with this pandemic with nothing else to do. Comedy has become, I know that comedy is supposed to be edgy, right? But it's just become let's drag black people. So back to Doja Cat. So Doja Cat, basically, she was on this chat room, this video chat room called Tiny Chat. And it was a white supremacist group chat because she was with a bunch of white men, engaging in sexual conversations, and a lot of racial slurs are being thrown left and right, and she even asked them to call her the N-word, hard R N-word. They're all laughing, saying she's loose, saying she's basically calling her a whore, and because she's biracial or black. I mean, do whatever you want. I mean, that's her business, that's her sexual preference, whatever she wants to be doing, but that was I didn't want to be seeing that. And her response to this is what I was actually very, very triggered when watching. I wasn't that invested in the situation because I liked Doja Cat. I wasn't a stan, but I liked Doja Cat. I liked Say So. I liked Juicy. I like a lot of her songs. I really did go up for her. Even back from the Moo days in 2018, I downloaded that song. So I liked Doja. When you post an apology and you turn off the comments, you can say that it's so you don't get the harassment, don't get the bullying, whatever, but you can't run forever. And we all know that it's because you knew that apology was absolute mess. It was absolute garbage, and you just didn't want to hear about it. You didn't want to hear about it, but the shade room exists. So they're gonna copy paste. So it was very edited, and in her live stream she even admitted that it was very edited and that it came from not just her but her and her team. And she's like anything, any business, any corporation, it's gonna be edited, it's gonna be whatever. No, if you do something wrong and literally disregard and insult your base, I'm assuming predominantly her fan base is black people, people of color, and if you insult your own fan base, why would you think that it's okay? I mean, it's okay if you apologize and then have someone look over it for punctuation, spelling, tone, whatever. But for them to help you write it, that's not genuine. That in itself is disingenuous. And in her live stream, she was saying, I made 98 different apology videos. And she was just playing the snippets of all the different ones she made. And her attitude overall, was so, I'm getting annoyed. It was so flippant, unapologetic, and unbothered. You could tell that she did not care. It was just screaming at you, the tone of this video. And I was just I messaged my friend, I was like, girl, Doja Cat is live. And then she's like, mess. The whole thing, I was there, and it took her 10 minutes to get to her very first I'm sorry. 10 minutes. The whole thing was oh guys, I'm not hiding, I'm not running. Isn't that crazy? I'm not hiding from social media. But it took you a whole 72 hours to even show your face. Actually, I'm pretty sure it was 96 hours because she posted the post first and then she showed her face the next day. So girl, you have been hiding. And her attitude was of somebody who's not sorry for anything that they did. Let's just go through the apology first. What she said was, I want to address what's been happening on Twitter. Finally, I've used public chat rooms to socialize since I was a child. That's not my business, but that shouldn't be happening. I shouldn't have been on, I help you? I'm just waiting till you're gone so there's no background noise in the video. Doja Cat is over party. Kidding, she's gonna be fine. But
You're still supporting her?
no, but she's light skinned. They're held to a different standard.
Very close your mouth.
See how I get treated? I've used public chat rooms to socialize since I was a child. That is in itself is a problem that you're on these video chat rooms since you were a child. Where's your mother? I shouldn't have been on some of those chat rooms or all of them, but I personally have never been involved in any racist conversations. See, this is what I don't get. How can you be apologizing? How can you put out a public apology and then in your live stream also double down on that apology, but you're also denying that you did what you're currently apologizing for? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. How can you be saying I didn't engage in any racist blah blah blah, but I was over here asking these white men to call me the N-word with a hard R? You're literally using this word and enabling these white people to use the word on the people that they have historically oppressed. Like, that's what you're doing, and yet you have not been involved in any racist conversations. Okay.
I do not want to comment.
Next, she says, I am a black woman.
No, 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 no.
Since when? Half of my family is black, from South Africa, and I am very proud of where I come from.
Wow.
Everybody wants to be black until it's time to be black. And then when it's time to be black, they don't want to be black. First of all, I've never once heard Doja Cat say that she's a black woman. And I know that she's biracial. She likes to often counteract light skin and bleaching, bleaching rumors with I'm half white, I don't bleach, blah, 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 blah. I've never heard her once say that she's a black woman, that she identifies as black. She is biracial, and that's not the same thing. Don't fight someone else, don't fight me. That's not the same thing. So she's not black. She's half black, but she's not a black woman, and she's definitely never claimed that before. And the thing is, when you need black people on your side is when you want to be claiming that you're black for some sympathy points. But where was that I'm black when you were over there self-hating with these white men? Like, how can you be degrading? That's not my business. I'm very proud of where I come from. Okay, as for the old song that's resurfaced, it was in no way tied to anything outside of my own personal experience. It was written in response to people who often use that term to hurt me. I made an attempt to flip its meaning, but recognized that this was a bad decision to use the term in my music. So the term that she's talking about is didn't do nothing, which is basically, it's a term that has a very negative meaning. It basically is used in reference to people who have been victims of police brutality. And it's basically used to mock those situations. So people saying, I didn't do anything. And like saying that they're innocent, but obviously many people still die and are incarcerated, beaten, injured, things like that. And the fact that she made a whole song surrounding this and didn't know the meaning. In her little live stream apology, she said that she learned the word that day. I don't believe that for a second, but even if you learn a term that people use, she claims that they used it to insult her, and then you go and make a song about it, and she said she was trying to change the meaning, but the thing is, you didn't change the meaning within your lyrics. And in her video, her very unapologetic video, she's talking about, I understand that it was wrong to use such a terrible term in my song, where I can reword the lyrics. If you guys need me to, I will. If you need that, I will. Just sounding so sarcastic. Like, why would we need you to rewrite the words to a bad song? Like, you yourself said it's probably the worst lyrical song in the world. So why would we need you to rework a bad song? A song that already is stemming from racism. Like, so she's so tone deaf. It's like she doesn't even, I think she does realize she comes across this way, but she doesn't care at this point because she's probably gonna be fine. We'll get into that later. I understand my influence and impact, and I'm taking all of this very seriously. I love you, whatever. Basically, everyone dragged her for filth in the shade room. Nobody was buying it. I didn't care. Like, I didn't care for it at all. So as you can see, like, a lot of what she's apologizing for and what she's stating is very contradictory, and I didn't care for it at all. As she was playing all those apology videos, like the bits of how she showed, she made 98 different apology videos. She was like, I disregarded all of those because you guys would probably get sick. She said that there's nothing more disingenuous than a rehearsed apology video. But there's nothing disingenuous about a rehearsed and edited apology post. though.
Okay.
So because you type it and it didn't even come from you, that's okay. Like, make it make sense. Like, I'm not even trying to just nitpick. It's just that there's so much that's just wrong here. It's like, there's just so much that doesn't add up, and that is just, it's just wrong. It's gross. Like, constantly apologizing for things that you later counter and later contradict. It's like, which one is it? Like, are you sorry for doing this, or are you denying doing it? Like, which one is it? Because you can't have both. You really can't have both. Her demeanor is exactly what so many YouTubers do. It's like they don't want to come off as I've made a sincere and continuous lapse in my judgment. Like, they don't want to come across as fake sad, like fake remorseful. So they'll go overcompensate for their utter lack of repentance and go on the other end of the spectrum and just be like completely flippant, even though they know everybody's mad at them. Like, in her live stream, she turned off her comments. She turned off her comments because she knew, I don't want to hear what anybody has to say. This is just about me, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, like, when you have to do all those things, you already know wheels are turning. People know that you know you're in the wrong, basically. So she'll be overcompensating with a flippant, just nonchalant, happy-go-lucky type of attitude. That's what she's doing. And that's what just reeks of unapologetic. I don't care. I'm unbothered. I'm gonna be fine, blah, 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 blah. I'm just gonna do this because that's for PR. That's what my team told me to do. They told me to come up on here. But you're also asking a white person to call you the N-word. And any white person, or anybody who ain't black, any non-black person of color, any white person who is willing to use a racial slur on you is racist. And these people were white. Anybody who is literally willing and able to literally gang up on the black person or the person of color in the room is a white supremacist. Like, that kind of mindset, that is bigotry. That is what that is. It's not just a word. Like, people don't get it. It's not just a word. There's history and oppression behind that word. It's not just a word. It's so obvious how disingenuous it is. And that was what was really bothering me. Because, like I said, I'm tired of logging on and just being dragged for filth for simply existing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's annoying. The fact that they all congregated just to relish in their self-hatred and bigotry, like, good for you. Clap for yourself. And now you just want to pretend to be sorry because you got caught. Like, that's the thing. You're not sorry. If she didn't get called out by somebody who filmed the group chat, she wouldn't have said anything. Like, she's not sorry. She wouldn't have stopped anything that she's doing. It's only because she got called out. And then she says, this whole thing wasn't like a huge issue, I don't think, but she's like, I never made a racist tweet about Arab people.
And okay.
So that was a fucking lie.
I'm not saying that she claimed to go on her live stream saying that she was gonna come and be all like, I'm so sorry, I did this, I did that. I'm not saying that's what she claimed to do, but like, this was a joke. Like, this was an absolute joke. Like, nobody's buying it. Like, all the comments on the Shade Room post, because she turned off her comments, all the comments were literally dragging her for filth. Like, I'm being nice. I can drag people while I'm being nice. Like, I'm not trying to bash her like that. Like, I'm just coming from a personal perspective of like, I'm black. I'm who was offended by this. And we don't accept it. The whole thing about like how she's attracted to white men, blah, 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 blah. And like, she's like, if I find a white man attractive, it's because I think he's attractive. If I find a black man attractive, it's because I think he's attractive. Like, black men were mad because it obviously seems like she's sexually attracted to white men, and black men can't handle when who they uplift, which is light-skinned women, like anybody but them. So black men, that's your battle. And then when, like, that's not my cross to bear. You guys can go and be upset about that on your own, because that's not my business. I was actually kind of just laughing and kikiing to myself, because whenever all of these light-skinned or black artists or public figures or celebrities come forward and drag black women, where are you guys? When Kodak Black was saying something disrespectful about Lauren London, all the TIs and all of these people were quick to just big her up and like defend her. But when Chris Brown and YG and all these colorless people are dragging black women, and Snoop Dogg, where are you? Oh, okay.
Okay.
Like, I don't understand. How can you proudly and so daftly go on your own live stream and say, I've debunked all these rumors, guys. Like, she was acting as if like, I've debunked all these things that are easily provable. Like, it's easily provable that this happened. Like, I didn't make a racist tweet. Boom. I didn't do this. Boom. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Now, the whole Beyonce thing where people were saying she was calling Beyonce a monkey, saying like, what's your favorite Beyonce song? She didn't even explain why she said that. She just said, Beyonce gives me life. Beyonce makes me feel empowered. Beyonce, na 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 na. If you come for the queen, you don't want your career to succeed. Like that's just what that is. Like if anybody comes for Beyonce, that's the day that they're willing to let their career lay down to die, because I feel like there's nothing that she could have said that could make that sound better. So she just decided to say nothing. And I'm like, honestly, smart decision, cause like, okay. So that, I don't really have all the information on that. Just like, it sounded like she was calling Beyonce a monkey, and like, cause it's one thing to say Beyonce or like Bianca, but she's like Bianchi. Like there's either you're calling her a monkey or a donkey, like, or both. Which one is it? I'm just gonna let that one slide because I don't really care too much about that. Just a whole insincere mess. Like I'm not saying that I'm about to delete the songs that I have of Doja Cat on my phone. Like I said, I've been listening to her music since back in 2018. Like I get on these waves early. I was listening to Cardi back in 2015 before anybody cared about her. Like I get on these waves early. And like, I'm not saying, oh, I'm gonna delete this. I can do a different video about separating the art from the artist, because I have very mixed feelings about that. But the thing is, like, do I think Doja Cat's career is gonna be okay? Yes and no. Yes, because she has pretty privilege, because if you know anything about pretty privilege, if you are pretty, you can get further in life than somebody who's not conventionally attractive. And she has light skin privilege. Light skin people are held to a different standard. Racist as that may be, that's just what it is. It's colorism. Look it up. So she's light skinned, she's pretty, and she has a lot of white little girlies backing her up. Like TikTok boosted her to the charts. Like TikTok, everybody doing, didn't even notice your punches to roll. Like that was a lot of the white girls doing that. So she has a lot of the people who she didn't offend on her side. So it's like, she could very well be okay. And obviously we know black men determine what's cool. Black men determine pop culture. Like what is trendy, what is this, what is that, what the music, the fashion, whatever, da-da-da-da-da. Like that's what black men do. And black men love her. Black men have lived to women who look like her, thick and light skinned. She has both. So I think she'll be fine. I really do. But also she is a person of color, so that's where the no part comes in. So I don't know. Like I don't know. Maybe it's too early to tell. And the last thing I want to talk about is this "We Are Sorry Doja." This hashtag "We Are Sorry Doja." Those who push that hashtag are the same people who are going to keep her afloat. Why is it that white people are so quick to forgive people who didn't offend them? Like it's not up to you to offer your forgiveness. Nobody was talking to you. You inserted yourself into this. Like YouTubers, for example, will say something racist. Like Jeffree Star will call Jackie Aina a monkey or say all these things, racist things about black people. And then white people will be like, we forgive you. Okay, but he wasn't addressing or insulting you. So that's like if I slap you and then I ask your sister for forgiveness. Does that make any sense to you?
I am confusion.
It's not only that. It's not just the forgiveness where it stops. It's not just that you're forgiving somebody who didn't offend you, but you are apologizing to somebody who offended someone else. Like how can you be apologizing to somebody who did something wrong to somebody else? Like,
I do not want to comment.
sometimes white people, I don't get you. I don't get you. And I'm not saying it's just white people, but I went on Twitter. I'm not just capping. I went on Twitter and I looked at all the "We Are Sorry Doja" tags, and it was mostly white people. So go fight someone else about that. But anyways, that's all I really wanted to say about this. Doja Cat, in my book, that's the thing about light-skinned women. Biracial women code switch. 1 minute they'll be, I'm a black woman and using the N-word. And then the next minute, I mean, like, I'm white. That's why I'm like, I'm white. I'm half white. But then when you get in trouble with the black community, I'm a black woman. I'm from South Africa. I am proud of where I come from. But where was that before? Like, I didn't see it before. In my personal opinion, I think Doja's gonna be fine. Probably, if this was a dark-skinned woman, they wouldn't have even let her get 3 words out. After she went on live, they would have shut her account down. Like, that's just how it is. Like, we don't get anything. Like, but anyways, I think she's gonna be fine. Let me know what you guys think of this situation, because I want to know. Because I've been debating everybody about this. Like, it's been a whole mess over here this past weekend. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. And I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed, but you know what? Let me just sip my tea and mind my business. Anyways, I love you guys, and Queen Versachi is out. Bye.